called hot dogs? What? Okay, we're going direct through Twitch now. So no drop frame so far. Hopefully you can see and hear me. Let me know. He's back. Okay, that's a good sign. Oh, wait. Sorry, Twitch. Maybe and you know what? Okay. Sorry, Spectrum. Maybe Restream.io is crapping out today. I'm betting it was fantastic while I was gone, right? Look at this, a whole 50 seconds with no drop frame. Okay. Suddenly life's a lot better, right? It's holding steady. I'm going to blame them. Heading back, believing history was still messed up for an easy 5 minutes. You know what, Eagle Noir? You're absolutely right. I feel like they missed an opportunity, didn't they? Okay. So, let's clear out some of these things. I don't need any of these open right now. Do need this one, though. Wait, he's talking? I can't have hot dogs anymore. What? Oh, dude, that. Sorry. Why? Is it the buns? It's not the buns, is it? Oh, you know what? I bet it's the fat. You can have those fake ones, surely, no? All right, here we go. So, yeah, in here, there's actually a way to request, and this is code that I put together from a while back from I think it was some Stack Overflow answers. So kudos and credit to all those people, right? So we can get the notification here, and I think that's what we want to do. So hold on. Let's make ourselves a little thing here, right? I grilled vegan hot dogs for a friend once, and it was the biggest food mistake I ever made. I'm with Mono. That just sounds horrible. Right? Are we that close to like the tofu turkey? Is that what's happening here? Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's try and do this. If we're going to change the label for now. So if try and call this. If VM dot get notifications. That's going to get me the list, right? If I remember rightly. Hold on. Let me find it here. Oh, yeah. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We could just do this for right now. Let's just do this. When this view comes up, right? We're going to click the button. So actually, in the actions here, let's just put VM get notifications. If we've got any at all, it's going to print them. Oh, Wastelands, like the name. Awesome. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So we're going to say, okay, look, when I click the button, if you've got any notifications at all set up, list them for me. Let's see what this does for us. Right? So, got this down here. Let's just keep an eye on it, right? Okay. Oh, there's the game. I should close that. There you go. That's the other one we're working on. Okay. Click it. Drader's contact. Like it. Thank you. Okay, so you can see there's a scheduled notification right now, right? Actually, there's a few. Let's see, are any of these the ones we want? Let's do it again. Yeah, that was that one. I'm going to do this a couple of times, actually. So, okay, look, here it is. Look, you can see it's telling me that these are a couple. I've just set some up here, right? Now, what I want to see... All right. But what I want to see here... I also want to see... I wonder if I can have this set up to show me what the identifier is, because I'm not seeing it. There. Sorry, got to catch up with the chat room here. They kind of melted. Oh no, plastic does that when it's on the grill. Vegan meat can actually be pretty okay. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm not making. Yeah, it's vegan cheese. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Had good meat substitutes, but vegan food exists. Science is not prepared for hot dogs. No one is. It's the perfect food. You like the floating action button, Mono? Thank you. I should show you how I did that sometime. I think I went over it, but I'm happy to go over it again. Okay, so yeah, what I want to see here is the request dot identifier. Maybe? Let's try this. Can I see the code? I'll sell you the code, Mono, for not doing a tourist tutorial. Compared to the one you made. Sure, yeah, no, I'll show you in a second. Give me a second. Okay, okay, great. Now yeah, here it is. Look. Okay. So there's my identifier. So it should be simple enough now to take that identifier and say, hey, remove that from the stack, or if this is my one, go ahead and do it. But we must remember, it's got to exist. We've got to store these in persistent storage as well, because if I kill off the app, if I set one from 7 days from now, completely kill off the app and load the app up again, that push notification is still going to exist in the system, right? I didn't catch that name. What was that? The green something. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me see if I can. Where is it? I had to switch to my other chat room here. Hang on. Green Manalishi. Did I even get close? I think I did. Thank you for the follow. Please appreciate it. Yeah. I can you mean from the raid from Code Warriors. Awesome. Thank you. Code Warriors and then Coco Type. Yeah. I couldn't follow until after you rebooted. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging in there. And we've not dropped a frame since, as far as I can tell. Any stuttering is actually me now. I could do that and just mess with you all, I guess. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. So we should be able to do what I was saying was, even when this app is not running, right, that notification is registered in the system. Okay. So when I load the app up again, in order to know the state of what's been set up as a push notification, that is going to have to exist in the permanent storage, because I'm not going to be able to know that. And if I don't store that data, I got no way of relating that UUID to the push notification and the particular listing, right? So that is something we are going to have to mess with. But for right now, what I want to do is start with the basics here, right? So let's actually, I'm going to leave that in there. Is there a limit how far in the future notification can be scheduled? Good question, Animal. I did see something on that, but I want to say 6 months sticks in my head for some reason, but I'm not sure how true that is, because we can set this repeating, right? So if I say, like, Well, there's two ways you can do this. You can say X amount of seconds in the future. And I think that's the one that has a limit. But I think if you do it this way, from what I can remember, and the reason I went this route, if you use the calendar date components, you can actually specify it anytime in the future. I think that's the reason I went this route, because otherwise, yeah, if you calculate like the other method where you just say 2 minutes in the future, it's not tied to a date time. Because as far as I can remember, the reason I sort of constructed this solution from a lot of the stuff I found on Stack Overflow, this also takes advantage because it's calendar components. It's using the user's local date time zone, so it's a win-win, right? You don't have to do any math here. So I think this one doesn't have a cap for how far in the future, but I think when you set it by just using something non-calendar date components related, there is a cap. I think that's the way it works. Yeah, sneaky, right? And like I say, I want to give all the credit here for what I've got here to all the folks with their answers on Stack Overflow. That's how I worked this out, right? And learned from that. I want to make sure everybody gets their due credit here. And I'm not claiming that I came up with all of this magically by myself. I just took different parts and put it together. But doing it this way, think that gets you around that problem, which is great, right? Because it's like, ooh, I could use this for other things. So yeah, if anyone's interested, I will put this as a gist or something somewhere. I don't think, I wish I could remember where I found them on Stack Overflow so I could put the links here and give credit. Yeah. Yes, where all code knowledge is born. Let's just hope Stack Overflow doesn't become like, our AI overlord and take us all, right? Okay, so here's the thing, right? We're going to have to do this in stages because right now my model, if I go over here, and by the way, this is Swift UI using Core Data and CloudKit. So there is very little code I have to write to use Core Data. I will say that I went with this not only for CloudKit because I can use, obviously, it just works on multiple devices, but also because I have found working with Core Data in Swift UI is so much nicer than the old ways. I literally like the template creates this code. All I had to do was go in and find, hang on, here, I'll find it here in a second. Let me check. Here's my model, right? And I want to stress, this is not iOS 17. So this doesn't have all of the newness, right? This is current production stuff. Oh, actually, sorry, that's not that one. Let me find this one. I gotta find it here. Hang on. I got it here somewhere. Stare me in the face, I'm sure. Here it is. Okay. Whew. I should have just looked at the icon. Okay, so this is my model, right? And all I had to do was add these here. And I'm good to go. So I just need to add in here probably. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to break anything. But I think all I need to do in here is add all of the, if I just add one extra line, well, 3 extra lines, one eventually for each of the reminders, those 3 options, I can store as a string that UUID specific to that job record. That's going to give me exactly what I need when I'm rendering out the details screen and anything else that will exist with that record, right? So that's where I'm going with this. I think that's where I'm going with this. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. I mean, it sounds easy, right? So let's not watch me code it badly. Just kidding. We're going to do it. No, I'm not. Yeah. So let's think about this, right? I need, for the notifications, I need to take this one here that looks at that list and see if I've got a matching one for whatever I'm going to send it from here. Right? Yeah. And then if I have, show a check mark, do whatever. And then if I tap the button and it's already got that one, I'll need a method to say, a function to say, remove it from the list, right? That part, the logic seems pretty straightforward, right? Let's actually go ahead and add these here. So I'll call it, eventually I want to give the ability to set your own custom, like remind me this date and time, right? But I don't want to go there yet. I want to ship this as a simple feature and then build upon it, right? Monoenzy, I see you went with the, oh gee. Lowercase and not snake case or camel case casing. You didn't think I could get through that, did you? For your core data columns. No, I didn't. I didn't. No particular reason. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, Mono, you totally didn't think I could pronounce that, get through that. And my brain had to work really hard on it. All right, and I'm trying to keep up with the chat here, so welcome to everybody who joins in chat. But for now, I'm going to call this I want to keep this generic in the model so that I don't break it in the future. So notification ID. Oh, it was indefatigable. Okay. Notification ID. Terrible. We're going to just create 3 of these right now. Actually, we're just going to do the one, since I'm only bringing on the one button. We're going to get this working one piece by one piece, right? So notification ID 1. Actually, this works because I want to have defaults. So looking ahead to the future, we've got 1 day, 7 days, 30 days, or whatever I change those to. And if I add the 4th option of a custom one, I got it covered, right? So, and I'm not breaking the model here. So we're just going to go with notification 1 for right now. What I do need to check though, that's going to break some things. Hang on. This should, in theory, this should now not compile. The reason I say that is because if I do this, well, actually, since it's not required, it probably actually doesn't care, right? Yeah, it's not going to care. So I got lucky. Boy, I must have planned for the future without realizing it. Because what I was going to say was, if I go to the add a job view here, right, where we pull in all the data and then down here we set it up and try to save it in core data, I'm not specifying the notification field, but it doesn't care. Well, it doesn't, it's not required. I didn't make it required. If you did yearly in the current format, do you say it's 365 days? I haven't tried it, is the answer. I could probably test it. Yeah. Because that's a valid, right? That would be valid in the components. You would just say 365 days. Yeah. And it will be 365 for the local calendar for the user wherever they are in the world. Okay, so that didn't break it. That's the good news. Now, if I'm on the details screen, and I should point out here, let me, looks at leap year. No, it's using the calendar components. It should handle it. That's the beauty of using the calendar components. I'm not working out the math. 365 days is still 365 days, regardless of if there's 366 days. Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter because I'm still saying 365, right? Makes sense? This reminder notification here, let me show you here. Let me bring up the details view. Is a view within this view. Let me see if I can find it here. And actually, Coco, Mono, this is what you wanted to see as well. This is the code you wanted to look at, right? So what you're looking for, Mono, is hang on. Here it is, right? So I got this here. If should show reminder selection view is just a Boolean, is true. Overlay, right? And show it, right? And then down here is the overlay. Details view toolbar, because I may add other things to it in the future. Should show reminders selection view, right? If it's true, show it with padding. But the padding is 65%. Sorry, 65 up, not percent. 65 points up from the bottom of its parent. Well, its parent is the Z stack, right? So it's 65 up from the bottom. And then there's also an alignment of bottom. So it goes to the bottom, gets some padding, right? So wherever the bottom is on any device, that's where it's going to be. Does Coco NZ, yeah. Does that make sense, Mono? I can't remember how you implemented your one, but that's how I've done mine. This alignment here basically pushes it to the bottom of the Z stack. Is that how you did yours? All right. So anyway, yeah. So we bring this in right here. So right now, this view, right, that's rendering over here. Let me render it again. Nope. How did you do yours then, Mono? Let me guess. Please tell me you didn't do a spacer and push it all the way down. Tell me you didn't do that. I mean, it would still work, but I don't. You're going to have to use a Z stack, right, to lay it over the top. Is that something you did? Hey, Nicholas, how you doing, buddy? Okay, so right now this is just rendered like this. It's got no interaction with my data, right? Because remember, hitting the button here, it's a system thing, system notification. It's not. He's having a look. He's quickly rewriting it, folks. That's what he's doing. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Eagle Lord. Well, okay, it's caffeine, Coke. All right. It's water with stuff in it. Because otherwise I'd have to go back get a bottle of water, which I'll do in a minute. But you're doing good? Great. Thanks, Nicholas. Oh, yeah, bottom trailing, same difference, right? Mine is in an overlay as well. So they'll both work. I would imagine probably the way you have what's going on in your view is different to mine. That would work, though, for multiple devices, too, as long as you're not specifying a number. Well, assuming you're not specifying a number anywhere in that view stack. Yeah. Yeah, overlay. Take a look at overlay. Overlay is interesting. It'll let you do some things that you've not maybe not played with before, and certainly for your app, I think you're going to want to use overlay at some point for some of that UI that you've got going on. Hey, how you doing? Stowe, is that? Thank you for dropping in. How you doing? So yeah, we don't have any data here at the moment. Um, let's think about how we want to do that. We could either, inject it into this view, or we can go get it in this view. I actually think it might be South Texas Overwatch. What? Oh, is that what that is? I did not know that. You've got it in a V stack. Yeah, a V stack in the scroll view. Yeah. Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. I am doing good. Thank you. That makes sense. Now I look at it, I'm like, oh, yeah. Got it. I'm doing good. Thank you. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. So I think it makes more sense to take it and inject the data, because we're going to change the state of the view anyway, and that'll update these buttons. Or kind of a 50-50 thing, right? I could do it in here, but I don't really want to interact with the data in this sub view here, because I don't think I need to. But I could be wrong. Well done, Coco Type. Yeah. By the way, Coco Type, did we ask you what your one ingredient was? I don't think we did, right? Please say it's not well, we know it's not hot dogs. Maybe though, maybe I do want to use the data in this view. And then if I move this button somewhere else in the app for any reason, it'll all just work. And I can do that. I'm just trying to think. So when I add the reminder notification selection, let's go to my details view here. Details view is using the environment to go get the data. It was not a pack of cold hot dogs. Thank you. All vegan cheese. Excellent. Yeah, was it peanut butter? Yeah, yeah, you could do a lot with peanut butter in one ingredient. Ramen, uncooked, no flavor packet. I was having ramen just yesterday. I don't know why I like them. I do. A singular potato. Hey, it could have been a baked potato. Would have been boring. What I had today. How did you know, Mono? Mono, are you doing it again? That's why I've got no bandwidth. You're hacking my internet, aren't you? By the way, I've not dropped a single frame since I switched it over. I could do this. I could get my view context here with the data, but I really don't feel like I need to. See, this is my filter right here to get this singular job. I feel like I could. I could literally just pass in. Let me show you. I could just pass in the 3 values down here, right? So here's my details view toolbar, right? With a bunch of stuff. Which is this. That's the add the reminder button. When you click the button, it basically toggles should show reminder selection view, right? So let me work back up through the tree here, right? So over here, So if we should show it, right, this is what's going on here, right? You get the idea. But it doesn't have any, like I say, it's pretty static, right? None of the above, though, yeah, I want some peanut butter now too. Well, now that I can't tap into your stream, yeah. Ah, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So when we show it here, right, we're going to show this, the add reminder notification selection. We could do this, right? Let's think this through. So if we put the logic in here, that keeps the logic at this level here, right? Which, okay, it's a view, it's not a view model. But I think it's better than keeping the logic over here. I want to keep this kind of universal, right? So let's think this through. We can add three. We'll add one property for right now that we're gonna inject into here. So we're just gonna say notification 1 selected. Notification 1 active. Yeah, that'll do. All right, and we'll make it a Boolean, right? And we're going to say, all right, by default, make it false, right? And then for now, let's just do this, right? We've got the 1 here. Let's just change our label. So we could say if notification 1 active is true, then let's make the text 1 day notification. No, 1 day. Yeah, 1 day notification set. And then if it's not, show us the 1, right? Let's copy those properties up there as well. Sorry, those modifiers. Let's see what it doesn't like here. Oh, you know what? What it's not going to like is exactly the next bit we want to set. So save that. Let's go back to our view. There's going to be an error in here somewhere. Oh, wait. Did I miss something? I think I missed one. No. My button action. That's my view. Question. If this is a tourist question, skipping ahead. Question. Can you get rid of that spacer under the H stack? Or does that mean you have... Does that mean you have to width infinity and alignment trailing to solve? Is spacer just the best way in this case? What space? What space are you talking? Oh, this one here. Thank you, Eagle Knot. No, Cocoa type. Sorry. Wow. Oh man, I've started a war now. I gave Eagle Knot credit for something Cocoa type did. Those two are going to argue it out. That spacer I've got in here, I actually don't remember off the top of my head while I've got it there. Let me think. I'll be honest, off the top of my head, I can't remember why it's there. It could have been. Yeah, it probably was, so I can push it to the right. Yeah. Yeah, no, actually that makes sense because that's my V-stack. Yeah, that's exactly why I did it. Yeah. It just works. Right? Yeah, no, this is wrong. I missed something. Hang on. Oh. Mm, wait. Hang on. Label. I miss. I put something in the wrong place here. Hang on. What did I... Oh. There you go. I closed out the button early. Okay. So if it's false, it's just going to show the 1. If it's true, it should show 1 day notification set. Great. So that keeps it nice and simple here for right now. This is not the final UI, but did he actually hydrate after crediting me, or was he just too focused on messing up the of my name to actually... I did drink, but I'll do it again just for good measure. There you go. I will need a bottle of water soon to hydrate properly. And that one we will give Cocoa Type credit for as well. Just to try and make up for it. Okay, so that's our button with the 1. Now let's go back over here. And let's think. Still gotta solve the persistence issue. And that's gonna be tricky, but I'll gotta think that one through. I want to do a good architecture on that. But what we can do, of course, is for now... Do I temporarily do it? I'm worried that if I pay too much attention, we know how it goes with me. I get too involved with the chat room and I'll start screwing up my code. Yeah. This is Armando. Oh, jeez. Galagas. Oh, I did that. Oh, yes. I did look that up after you mentioned it last time to check and see. So he's going to do it again. If that's the one you're talking about. I did, when you said about the perfect game and, hey, did anyone see it? I did go look it up. Yeah. But then I realized it was a team I didn't care about. Okay. Let's do this properly. I'm not going to put a temporary thing in place here. Okay, so that's good. I actually really thought it would want me to put... Problem is, I was expecting it to say, hey, you need to do something over here, but it didn't. Which confuses me. That's why I really don't think this should build, but... Why is it not insisting? Oh, you know what? Okay, no talking from me for 3 minutes. Sorry. Ah, you dang kids, get off my code. All right, that's your 3 minutes. But you know what? You guys, that's so funny in chat that I think you should just keep it going. For those who don't know, who've just joined us for the first time today, this is what they do to me. I invented this thing where you could ban me from talking for 3 minutes, and as soon as I do that, they do all the things to try and get a rise out of me that they know will bother me greatly. And the truth is, it does bother me greatly, but I hold fast to the not saying anything. That's what's going on, in case you wondered. Yeah. Got it. You got 9 minutes. Don't you dare, Mono. If you want your chewist tutorial, don't even think about it, buddy. And I haven't set my button. I got to set up my button here. So yeah, I got to set up my overlay, my new overlays to have the text string with the countdown timer. I've not put those in place yet, unfortunately. But thank you. Two wrists. I'm just gonna type with my wrists. Is that what you want? I know it looks like I do, right? Tourist or not tourist? I see what you did there. Tourist his own? Is that no? Tumbleweed. Incompatible with tourists, right? Oh wow, you went there. Can't believe you went. Let's stream. Last stream was just him eating a jar of jelly deals and looking at the camera saying, God, that's a stream that'll never happen on 2 counts. Okay, by the way, did you see? I got where I wanted. I wanted to be able to send in here the true or false so that I can check over here. Now, here's the thing though. I need somewhere to... I've got this in init, that gets me the filter here. What I'm wondering here is if I can set it up here, right? So state private var notification 1 active. I think that's what I called it, right? Yeah. It's a bool. Well, yeah, it's a bool. And I can set it to false by default. And actually now I'm sort of building out the infrastructure here. Hopefully you're following along at home, folks. See where this is going, right? So now it's got the variable in here. Yeah, let's make sure it's happy. Hang on, it's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Oh, doink. Think about it again. Thank you. Okay, so now I should be able to do the query that I want up here, right? So let's think about this, right? This is going to get me my data. Now, sorry, wait, this is going somewhere. I don't know. We have to, do we have to be at home for this? Yes. Yes. No. So, right, it's false, right? Let's just check this works so far. Because, you know, you wouldn't let me talk. Okay. So, 1. Okay. Change this to true. Let's make sure that everything's filtering down the line like it should. No, let's click the right button. Wait, did that? Hang on. What is that? Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. Wrong variable, see? Oh boy, what do we got here? Peter actually demands a return to office for watching his stream. That would be great if I had that power. Capal Swift, you shouldn't have said that. Now that chat is getting ideas. I know. Well, see, here's the thing. I already had the two worst people on the internet in the chat before you all joined. They've been. I'm gonna regret that. Coco Type and Eagle Nord have been the bane of my existence and the joy of so much of it. How bad can it get? Can it get any worse? Well, I know. See, here's the thing. Eagle Nord has a master plan, and it's terrifying. Because whatever it is, it ain't going to be a master plan to be nice to me. Okay, look. Here you go, right? So that's working here. So why did we want all this? I was going to say, between me and Eagle Nord and Mono, yeah, which one isn't the two worst? Yeah, actually, there's three of them. Mono didn't make the list because Mono and I worked on the project together for the shareable stuff with the drag and drop and the share sheet. So, you know, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Wow, it's been so long, it's not even on the list anymore. Hang on. Let's show them what we did. Let's just remind them how great it was. Shall we, Mono? Transferable test, I believe it was, right? Got to make the list by the end of the stream. It's insulting you, honestly. No, see, this is something that Mono, NZ, and I worked out together because, well, he set the challenge, right? So let me let me run it, maybe. Okay, here we go. So this is why he's not on the list, right? Oh, let's only run it once. Okay. No, oh, go away. Oh, geez. What did we do here? Did we do something? Let me just start again. Okay. Have I really messed with Xcode here so much that it's having a moment? Okay, there we go. Stop them all. Just quit it. All right, there we go. So what this is, right, was a thing here. You could get a bunch of images, drop them on this target right here. They get added to the view here on the screen. You can go through and select them, and then once you've selected them, you hit the share button. It brings up the share sheet to share it wherever you want to, right? So that's why he's in the good books. And Mono goes on the list. When there's a will, there's a where. See, yeah, I'm going to put you on the list. Yeah. So he's on the good list. Sorry, folks. Yeah, he's going to have to try harder. Anyway, we built that together, and that's why, you know. Although, to be fair, if I apply that philosophy and I stop and think about how much of my code Coco Type has corrected for me previously, now I'm torn. I'm not that torn. Okay. So, look, right, what we want to do now is switch this, right? So here I need to query the record, right? So for example, I need to query the data. see, and he's got, you know, Coco Type will always have the Unidap, right? But basically, we go get all this information, right? And all this information goes into our managed object here with this filter. And once we've got it, let me go down here. Hang on. I gotta remind myself how I did this. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So when the view appears, we set it based on the data. So we need to run our code here that determines, hey, have I got a match for that UUID? Yeah. Set that to true, right? That's the goal here. If I can keep it on track without those people in the chat room distracting me. Because if I can, awesome. I've nailed what I needed to get done in this stream. Is it still a list if it's just Eaglenaut? There is no list that can hold Eaglenaut. He's strong, just too strong. It's simple as that. We all know this, right? So what we need to do here is get our VM. We need getting our notifications gets us the whole list, right? We don't want to do that specifically here. We need to make a new one. So I'm going to close the model before I mess it up. Actually, do I want to keep this open? Maybe I do. Going back to our local notifications here. So this get notifications, right? We're going to make a new one. I'm going to copy this because it's going to be very close to this, right? And this may not be it's not going to be optimized probably for being like the pinnacle of querying. I mean, if you've got thousands, I don't know, maybe that's still good, of notifications set up in my app here, this might cause you a problem. Seems unlikely. Seems like an unlikely scenario. So we're going to say check for notification. And it's going to take notification ID, which is going to be a string. And then it's going to return either, it's going to return a bool, right? It's going to return either true or false if it finds a match. It's that simple. So we're going to get the pending notifications, right? And then we're going to go through them. And if request.trigger is blah, 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 we're going to say, okay, we're not going to want this one. We're going to say, okay, as you go through them, if request identifier matches the one we're sending in, right, we're just going to return true. If we get to the end of this thing, we're just going to return false, right? So if we got a match, we should get a true comeback. Otherwise, no matches, we get through the loop. We're out of it with the false, right? Now, we haven't set up the data side of this yet, but in theory, this part's going to work for us. Maybe. Maybe. Now what we're going to do is go back over to our detail view here. We're going to say VM check. Wait, did I get the name wrong? Check for notification. Okay, what did I screw up? Cannot convert value of type bool to closure result type void. Hang on, what? Oh. Okay. Found matched equals false. Okay, sorry. Found match equals true. Return without match. Does that make you happy? Good, thank you. What was going on there? Yeah, my bad, right? This closure doesn't return anything. It's the function that returns it. So we're just going to flip the bit here. We'll return false by default from the function call. And then if we do get a match, it'll be true. Good to go, hopefully. Hopefully. Go back to our details view here. And we're going to say vm.check. What did I get wrong here? Return request contains where, wait, what? Return request.contains where blur to drop the extra variable. I'm not familiar with doing it that way, but I'll look at it. I mean, I'm sure you're right. I'm never going to question Cocoa type. But give me a second because I got another problem here that doesn't make sense. Why have I not got... Oh, shoot. I know why. Hang on. Sorry. Hang on. Let me solve one problem at a time. I should have this in this view as well. I am questioning Cocoa type. Oh, you can question him. Go for it. It's just that he's very rarely been wrong with my code. But I want him to be so badly. This does not need to be a state object. This can just be a private variable. So please do. Absolutely. VM. Okay, now I should be able to call VM check. What do I call it? Check for notification is defined on notification manager and may not be available in this context. Well, but it should be. I put it in there. Okay, so let's do, we got to complete this before. So self.notification1 active. Okay, so that's going to return the Boolean. So we're going to say self.notification1 active is going to be equal to the result of that call, in theory. In theory. Of course, in theory, my code works. All right, what didn't it like? Value of type local notification VM has no member. Check notification. Is it private? Is that what's going on here? No, that doesn't make sense. Because oh, shoot. Okay. Hang on. See what I did here. See what I did. Yeah, hang on. Oh, hey, this guy NZ. How you doing, buddy? Okay, hold on. Let me finish my thought here. Notification manager dot check. Yada yada yada. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Cannot convert value of type bool to expected argument type string. Oh yeah, you're right. That is not that is not what I wanted. Notification. That's why I kept this open. Notification ID 1. Okay. Hang on. I gotta. But this is where we need to fix up this part here, because this currently only exists in the model. It does not exist in my usage of this model. All right. Notification ID 1. Can't have both. Well, technically one of them isn't, right? Cocoa type? Okay, hang on. Catching up here. Oh, this guy and Z had a long day. You see, people, we should explain. Both this guy and Z and Mono are living in the future. It's Monday for them. Yeah, sucks for them, right? You don't like office days. I hear that. Yeah. Sup, stereo? My Mono is hopefully upgrading my Mono to something else by Christmas. Yeah. Oh. Then you're going to hate what Compile Swift is requiring if you want to watch his stream. Not going there. Not going there. Okay, hang on. I need to fix something here. I should explain. Let me find my model here. Give me a second. I got to find the right file. I'm not going to distract myself. So, what's happening here, right? You remember how I was saying about you can add, you just add it to your core data there, right? But you do also need, I got to find it. I can't remember where it is. Give me a second. I also need to update. Where on earth did I put it? Not in persistence. There is here somewhere. There's a basic model that contains, I can't remember which file I put it in though, that contains the description. Basically, just a very simple, it's a job, right? So I'm trying to find it here to better explain it. Gotta find it. Where did I put it? Right, that's my date. That's the table. Well, it's not a table. Oh, this guy ends it. You don't want to be on the list. Trust me. Just don't be on the list, buddy. It's the best way to go. I'm gonna find this thing in a minute here if it kills me. I'll know it as soon as I see it. Sure, it's not in this. I'm sure that's not. Am I missing a file? Okay, that's the entity, which is correct, but there's something I'm missing here. I know I gotta add it in one other place, and I'm trying to remember where it was. sure that's not it. That's the fetch request to update it. I saw that coming. I think that's been 3 minutes. Yeah, my answer is always, yeah, pitch it to CS as a project to solve without using Sleep One. Oh, are you still having those issues, this guy NZ, with the Sleep One? Didn't so that didn't fix it after all? It's all getting triggered inside a did set. Yeah. And all, see, here's the problem. We should explain for those who didn't see my stream yesterday. Um, I used a solution that this guy NZ was trying to use, and unfortunately for my scenario, it worked. But for him, he's kind of got the exact opposite scenario, so it doesn't work. But we'll work through it. Maybe next time you stream, we'll all try and help you through it. How about that? Okay, so what I was doing here while you were all talking away, I've added here. I think this is what I was missing. But what I want to do now is I also, just in case things go horrible, I want to see this on the screen. Yeah, I want to see that property because I'm not sure that I got this right. I feel like I'm missing something. I just really feel like I'm missing something in my code here. So right now we still can't, we can set it, but it's not getting recorded. And so let's see what happens here. Theoretically, it's just empty and there's nothing. When did I type Greg as the company? I don't even remember it. Okay, notification ID is nothing. Yeah, okay. We're going to keep going through this here. We're going to try and store this notification ID we get from here. So when we click this button and all this happens, we get this, right? And we need to put that in permanent storage. That's got to go in the persistent storage. But use crash infinity and delete it. Don't do that. We'll figure this out for you. We will. Next time you stream and we're around, we'll figure it out for you, buddy. But I'm gonna run away for a second here and get myself a bottle of water. So I will be right back, folks. Yeah. Thank you. We'll figure it out. This guy NZ, we'll figure it out. But here's the thought. Maybe you've already tried this. Have you tried getting around? Well, not getting around the problem. Excuse me, sorry. Have you tried a separation of concerns and breaking it down and doing two, instead of trying to do everything at once? Does anyone know if there's a way to suppress all warnings from an XC framework from appearing in Xcode when you don't use Cocoa Pods? Just Swift Package Manager. Yeah, don't open Xcode. That'll solve that. You wish you could separate your concerns? I'm right there with you, buddy. Trust me, right there with you. Okay. So yeah, let's see what we can do about trying to fix this. Well, not fix it, but do it. I think. Okay, so we need. See, we're gonna need these. Oh, you know what? There's a better way. Maybe the better way is we just update this one right here. Which means I don't have to do it here, which would be better. And we could do that with a binding to make it two-way. Friendship ended with concerns. I've tried splitting each function into an escaping completion handler. Still no issue. Still same issue, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to be very curious to see this when you stream it. Hopefully. So if we did that, here's a question for the chat room, because I can't remember. If I make this a binding, if this binding value changes, does it trigger a redrawing of the view like state does? I can't remember. I think it does, right? Yes, it does. Thank you, Coco Type. Good. Got one. I got one right. Okay, so in theory, could I... Maybe I'm going down the wrong path here. I'm thinking of a did set to trigger the storing of the context. Sound like a bad plan? Sounds like a bad plan, doesn't it? Apple menu sleep, then it won't ask for 1 nanosecond sleep later on. Yeah, that's true. Oh, hey, I finally dropped some frames. 593 of them, in fact, 0.4%. Running against Twitch. But the weird thing is, I do use Restream for games and other things, streaming, and it was fine. Maybe it's just having a bad day. Payback for Peter telling me to not use Xcode to hide my framework warnings. 1 nanosecond of sleep sounds like what I got last night. Hey, I was woken up early this morning by a storm that literally sounded like it was sitting right above my head. Gosh, it was so loud, I can't even tell you. You know, you get that one crack of thunder that's like that storm is 3 inches from your head, you know? Yeah, unfortunately, Coco Type, yours is more persistent. Yours has a habit of coming around more often, right? Notify, how you doing, buddy? You know, I've been remiss here. I'm sorry, folks. I thank you, Notify, because you reminded me. I should for everybody here. Let me just tell you, right? I'm gonna put these folks, these fine folks who do their streams. Well, Monotype did one once, you know. I'm going to put them all here. You should follow all of these people. They are fantastic streamers and very, very. Did I say it? I did it. Oh my God, I did it. It wasn't intentional either. Um, they're all fantastic streamers and extremely talented. I really, seriously, I cannot recommend them all enough. Well, there you go. It took a while, but now it came around. I'm going to pay for it, I'm sure. Monorail, monorail, monorail. It sounds more like a Shelbyville idea. Okay, so anyway, did set having this be trigger the context saving. I don't know. I don't know if that just sounds bad. Right? What I'm talking about is this, right? Down here. Hang on. See this update job right here? I'm talking about this. I think I got to try it. It's going to be the only way to know for sure, right? So we're going to try it. What's the worst that could happen? It doesn't work. All right. So we're going to say update job, but we're not going to do any of this, right? We're just going to say first instance of the fetch request, of which there is only one. Is going to be notification ID1 equals self dot notification ID1. The string. Then we're going to try and save it and do all these things. And if there's an error, we're going to, okay. Fingers crossed. Now, that said, up here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I trigger here? Hang on. Do a collab stream just to fulfill the prophecy. I actually think you're the same person. It'll be a race. He has to build an app in SwiftUI while I try to build the same app in Compose. Oh, that would be a fantastic stream. Yeah. You'll you'll be Rubber Ducky Cop. I know what you mean. First one I was in iOS land is setting up provisioning profiles and stuff. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes more than 24 hours. And every year. That would be a great stream. Oh, and I should make it in Unity. Whatever you're doing, I'll make it in Unity. There you go. It'll be like a hackathon, but maybe starting with a CR instead. Okay, so what was I going to do here? Oh, yeah. Look, let me show you what I'm talking about. Hang on. I got distracted by thinking about that too much. Yeah, not if I can just do it with, you know, paths. Yeah. What I wanted to show you here. We're talking about this here, right? We're going to do a did set. So we can, but for those who don't know, in Swift, I'm sure it's in other languages, but in Swift, when you change the value of a variable, you can actually execute some code, right? So, like this right here, right? So for example, we're just going to take it here. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So we set the string to nothing, right? But we can say, look, when did set, right? When did set? When we go to set it, we can do something with that. And what we want to do here is actually very simple. Hang on, let me get all of this lined up here, because all we're going to do here is we're going to call the function to save it, right? So in other words, we set it, then we want this thing to happen, right? So we want to update the job. This is a lot of theory code going to be executed at once here, right? Do it in Godot. Oh, really? I looked at that once. Pair programming with Gal. Oh yeah, I'd do that. Yeah, I'm fine with this. This is not a bad plan. Objective C++. Yeah, someone can do it in Maui. There you go. Okay. Just to make sure all this is happening, what we're going to do here, we're going to put a print statement in, just so we know what's going on. Saving the notification one ID to core data / CloudKit, right? So we know that it's even trying to do this. Whew, this is a lot of code. Okay, a lot of untested code here. If this works, I will be absolutely just wow. I'm expecting all sorts of errors. Okay, so we need to change this here though. Hang on. Because we need to say let notification UUID equal that, right? Because we're going to need it more places than here. And we can say, okay, make that. But it's going to set it, and it's going to do all this. It's going to hide that. We also want to set the binding here. Should wait. Hang on. I need that binding. What did I call it? Okay, we need this because that's the one we want to change over here. So we need to send it in so we can change it. It's a two-way binding is what's going on here, right? So we're going to do that, do all this, and then we're going to say, okay, self.notification ID1 equals notification UUID that we created, that we're using to create the push notification and store it in storage. Okay, let's see if this compiles. What is going on over here in the chat? What are you all up to? Hang on. Danger with Cocoa Type doing compose is what if he likes it? Yeah, that's not going to happen. Release you from my terror. Thank you, Cocoa Type. Have a nice rest. And thank you for hanging out, buddy. And thank you for doing the stream earlier. It was a real typo, but I left it in. That's funny. That reminds me, I got to take the trash. Oh, yeah. See, there you go. All right, folks. Make sure you follow Cocoa Type, right? And we did this one already, but Notify just joined us. He is the SwiftUI wizard. Trust me on this. Okay, you think this is going to run I will be amazed if I got this right and paid attention to the chat room. Oh, 3 errors is actually less than I expected. All right, hang on. This is going to be a UUID. This is just for the preview, right? So that's that. Well, I thought it was. Oh, yeah. Get them in the right order. Okay. What else did I miss? Why can I not? Oh, it's a bind. Yeah, okay. That's fair. I'll give it that. All right. Extraneous. How dare you be extraneous? Yeah, that is one too many, isn't it? You got another one somewhere? Wait a minute. How did I get? All right, well, Xcode thinks it knows best. All right, here we go. Fingers crossed. What is all these things? Okay, now see Xcode. You see what you started? Oh, actually, that's valid. That should just be. Actually, that doesn't even need to be a thing. Actually, thank you, Xcode, because that one should have been. It is private. Cannot convert value of type string to specified type binding string. Incorrect node. What? Okay, that's new to me. I don't even know what projected value is. Anybody? You're like the SwiftUI rogue. Yeah, well, we thought you'd left already. Oh, barbarian. Oh, couldn't I just be the paladin? I like the paladin class. Yeah. Yeah, Notify is more like an acolyte for sure. I don't even know what projected value. I don't. I gotta be honest. That's a new one on me. But if it works, I'll go with it. It didn't work. See, Xcode, it didn't work. Well, I didn't put projected value in there to begin with. You did. Okay. Back up here. I don't know. I think Xcode is just making up words now. Right? But it's going to say it doesn't have a value. Really? You're okay with that? Really? Wow. I did not expect you to be okay with that. Projected value, I can't even say it, is a property wrapper thing. Okay. I mean, it put it in there, but then it didn't like it. I have no idea what the heck it's doing there. Yeah, I can only but assume it's trying to take my bad code and do something else with it. Nana needs to do more music streams again, so he can be the SwiftUI bard. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, now what's going on here? Oh, does anyone else get nervous when they hit the fix button in Xcode and you're like, what are you going to do? Oh, actually, it only rearranged the order. That's not so bad. But can I just bind it to the, but I think that, isn't that what I tried to do? And it got very unhappy. I thought that's what I tried to do. Yeah. That actually doesn't need to be a thing in this one. Actually, that's valid. Return from initializer without initializing all stored properties. And you're not going to give me any clue which one you're talking about, are you? But I got a pretty darn suspicious feeling it's this one. Why can I not? Why doesn't it like that? Can I not do it? Maybe it's just a syntactical issue that I've put in here. Some type string to a specified type. See, it wants to put that projected value in again. Yeah. That's why I'm the barbarian. Binding can't have a value. Yeah, but if I take the value off, it complains. I mean, I agree. It has to get it from somewhere else. Yeah, I agree. Agreed. And it does actually get it from somewhere else, but it's not giving me much to go on here. What property is not being stored properties not being set? Oh, they are all being set except for that one. I thought. Oh, actually, I'm not setting it. Yeah, actually, I'm not. Hang on. But the problem is, if I set it in the init, which I could do, it's going to trigger this, which I don't want it to do. It's going to unnecessarily. Crap. It's going to unnecessarily store the data. I think. Don't get called during in the init. Oh, okay. Really? Interesting. So I can do this? Oh my god. Apparently that one is not the problem that I thought it was. But it's not telling me which one. I don't want that. Well, but I kind of do. Because it needs to be a binding. Because I'm setting it in here. Which means either I've gone with the wrong architecture, which will be a pain in the ass to figure out again. Or no, I guess I'm just going to have to do it a different way. I mean, my theory's sound. This one here has to be a binding, because if it's not a binding, it's not going to get triggered up here. It's not going to change up here, sorry, is what I should have said. If it's a state, if I make it state, it's a one-way flow, and that's not going to help me at all. The other way to do this, which I really don't want to, is to send in the fetch request, right? The NS managed object. But I don't feel like I should have to do that. And I don't really want to tie that to this, but maybe I just have to. That's why I asked where you're setting it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Well, okay. I guess the answer to that is it's being set here, being changed here. I may have to rethink the architecture on this particular part for the storage. I just don't want to have to pass this object around. You need something to be the source of truth. Yep, absolutely agreed. Isn't in the one you're trying to set. Yeah. Okay. I think I am gonna have to do it in here. Just and it just seems just feels wrong. But we can do it. Okay, we'll go backwards. Where does the one binding get past the other? Well, oh, hang on. Down here on the on appear, we set it here by getting its value. I'm calling a function. And getting the returned from the core data, which is all working fine. I mean, this is all this part here is working just fine. It just seems like it shouldn't be this complicated. But maybe it is. Maybe that's why. Maybe it is. Yeah. You know when you get that feeling sometimes you just like, this code doesn't seem like I should have to do this. Line 156. Yeah, okay. This is here. Hang on. Here it is. Right here. Sorry, I see your question now. Yeah. So we're sending it in here. But it's not setting it, right? The one in this file, state. Yeah, that's actually a good point, because this one, I mean, this doesn't need the two-way process. Its child does. I'm still not sure that that's actually what is complete. Yeah. And I still can't do this. Oh shit, apparently I can. Okay. Thank you, Goko Type, who went to bed and is not really here. Yes, I can do it. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, there's my notification ID, right? But notice what didn't happen when I clicked on it. What didn't happen is, hang on, this. It did not call the update job. This didn't happen. I'm sorry, sorry, KNH, I missed it here completely. The projected value of state is a binding. Okay. Sorry, I missed that, KNH. I'm sorry. Okay, got it. You both make sense to me. Well, you know. But here's the problem. Yeah. So the problem is this one back up here did not change. Thank you, Notify. Have a good one, buddy. Hope you have a good start to the week. Hey, folks, you should let me put it here again because you should definitely right. Here we go. You should definitely follow the Swift UI acolyte. On change of notification ID 1, whatever your did set. Oh, oh, interesting. I hadn't thought about that way. I hadn't thought about that. Think about the best place to put that. I guess maybe it doesn't actually matter. But it makes sense that I would actually group it with this. On change of notification ID 1. Thank you, Coco Type. Didn't even think of doing that. Yeah. Also, for the love of jobs, please command a control I. I know. I do that a lot, actually. I do it. Just not. So we'll do it in a second. But remember, I have 2 spaces, not 4, because that's the way I roll. Perform, update, job. Okay, look, here you go. There you are. All right. It's not going to change it that much. Yeah. Oh, Mono. I know you know that one. Don't tell me you didn't know that one. You use Command X and Command V. I believe you. Okay, hang on. Okay, wait. I didn't do something here. Command I is profile. Control I is, yeah, Control I is re-indent there. Oh. And actually, now you mention it, it was on there and I took it out, didn't I? I totally did. Thank you. Oh, wait. Really? Perform underscore in. Okay. Didn't know that okay, thank you. All right. Save the notification, one ID to core data, da 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 da. Okay, it didn't update the display, but that's fine. I gotta try and do this quickly. Okay. I don't think it did it. But, hold on though. It didn't error out. Whoops. Oh. It didn't error out. So, problem is, it's probably expired by now. A new follower. Thank you. I need, so I now naturally need to set this for more than 15 seconds. I don't read things, Coco Type. You know this. I don't read the error. Well, there is no error. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, no. I'm trying to focus here. You're not helping. Hey, Coco Type, you were going to bed, buddy. Okay. Stop it. Run it. I gotta try and do this in 15 seconds. No. Okay. Wait. Let's do this. See with this blank right here? This blank is, hold on. Oh, I'm not going to refactor it right now, Mono. Not even going to entertain the idea until I get it working. Oh, you're trying to delay taking out the trash? Okay, can't fault you for that. Okay, wait, back up. Hold on. That print statement is this one right here. Which means... Oh, I don't know, Mono. I'm not even going to entertain the idea of thinking about it. Sorry, not at the moment. I gotta keep my head straight in all this new code I've written. Self.notification ID 1. Is the string. So maybe it's either, it doesn't seem to be complaining that it's not saving it, but it certainly doesn't look like it retrieved it either. Oh, but wait. If it's redrawing the parent view, it has to be redrawing the child view, right? I mean, it just has to be. Um, I'm losing my thread here. Okay. Here's the thing. Shouldn't have to do this, right? Shouldn't. Shouldn't have to do. Well, actually, what's happening here is because this is nothing. Well, I think it's nothing. It's not saving it. Hang on. It's saving nothing is what I meant. Actually, you know what? I say that. Did it? Okay, no, sorry. I'm misreading my own console here. It did do it. Okay. So, let's do this. I need to buy myself some time here. I don't need it to expire in 15 seconds. Button. Where's my button? Let's we're going to set this just to 2 minutes right now, just temporarily as I'm working through this off here. So does this, it is going in actually. I think it is. Click the right button. I think it is going in here. I'm sorry. I'm not keeping up with the chat room here. Hang on. Like you're talking amongst yourselves, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll leave you talking. I want to see that I'm getting into here. That's what I want to see. Oh, sure enough, I did. Okay, good. So let's do this. Let's check that these all match. It's false. Da, 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 da. I'm actually gonna put a breakpoint. Trash time for real. He's put it off as long as he can. Okay, you can say thought. Really? Okay, so it didn't get a match. But see, it was checking for ID of nothing. Have a good one. I'm going to break my 3-minute silence here just to say hello. Hello, welcome, first time chatters. Thank you. think it's been 3 minutes. All right, I'm back. I can talk again. Man, that was a really brutal idea of putting that one in. Are there a lot of limitations or features aside from performance that you can't utilize by making an iPhone app with JavaScript and React Native versus a normal Swift app? I would say the limitation that I've experienced from also making React Native apps for iOS is some of the hardware. It can be difficult to work with some of the hardware. For example, cameras, microphones, and things like that. That's the only ones that I've encountered so far. Thank you, Mono. Yeah, that's the only, and I don't even want to call them limitations. I guess it's a limitation in the sense of, like I say, sometimes it can be frustrating to try and work with some of the hardware. Other than that, I would say for the most part, most things are good to go. And for most things that you want to do, like for example, oh, thank you, appreciate it, new follower, thank you. For the most part, you're going to be able to find a plugin for React Native that'll probably help you, and things like that, or whatever cross-platform technology you want to use for that matter. But it really does come down to some of the nuances of some of the hardware is what I've found. And also, like when the new phones come out, for example, sometimes it can take a while for those third-party libraries and support to come into play for some of the new iOS versions, or some of the new hardware. Myself and my team have experienced that sometimes it can also be a problem that the support for older generation drops off quickly as well in third-party libraries. So I hope that helps answer the question. Thank you. Good question. All right. So, funny enough, this and this are the same, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to match them. Oh, you're welcome. Please, and anybody, ask any questions you like. Well, if I know the answer, I'll try. If I don't know the answer, I'll just tell you I don't know. But we have a lot of people smart folks in the chat rooms, and welcome to all the new followers today. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I feel like I'm getting closer to my answer. I just need this to return true. I got to figure out why this and this are not the same. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put a breakpoint here, and we'll take a look in the console. Or I'll just break something here because I didn't take that out. Also, newer native mobile dev is a lot different than it was 2 years ago. Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah, definitely. Mono NZ can definitely attest to that, right, Mono? Okay, we hit it, right. Let's have a look here. So the request is found match is false, right? We've got this string. I am suspecting this is not a string. Actually, this is not. See, this one's a string, right? This one is not a string. That's the problem. They truly don't match. With the introduction of Swift UI and Compose, totally different developer experience. Very true, and actually a lot easier coming from other platforms as well. Could have been tempted to do much before. I could have been tempted to do React before those tools, but now, yeah. And I'm still on the hook for Trying to do something with Kotlin just to, excuse me, sorry, just to entertain Mono, if nothing else. I won't be rewriting this one though, that's for sure, right? Let's see if it's gonna let me get away with this. I bet it won't. It did. All right. I didn't think that would work. Gotta be honest, did not expect that to work. Let's check that there. Definitely keen to collab teach. I might need a couple of weeks though. Gotta get, yeah, don't worry. I got, as you know, I got so many projects on the go here. Definitely want to ship my game, so I definitely gotta finish that too. Okay, they're still not matching. There's something going on. Am I actually, you know, I should ask myself the obvious question. Am I even running that part? Yes. Okay, I am running this. Good. For a minute I thought, wait, is any of this code running? Okay. So the request identifier there. See, underneath it is a string. I mean, they do match, right? Am I crazy? Yeah. Okay. So I'm doing something fundamentally stupid here, or I'm just not seeing it. And I'm surprised. If the compiler was happy, it'll let it run. But I'm surprised that it's not complaining. Doing Android with XML and Kotlin the last 3 days at work. It's painful now. I used to, trying to remember. I think back in my Flash days, I would use XML. I wrote this thing that you could build views using XML in Flash. That was painful too. Because it was all designed to be able to be done by configuration files. Very painful. Okay, so there is something not right here. I guess I invented Swift UI back then, now that I think about it. It's just that it was XML. I wish I could show you the code. I think it was a brilliant system, but I can't show you. It's proprietary for the people I built it for. I was ahead of my time. Okay, print request identifier. Request identifier. Why doesn't it see them as a match? It's confusing me. Yeah, it's a string. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Uh, can I do this? Feel like I shouldn't be able to do this. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I feel like I might even be able to simplify this even more. Maybe I don't even need this outer one. Try this. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but nope, still not matching. Hopefully the compiler is going to tell me, hey, it's already a string. Maybe it doesn't care. Ooh, this is going to be probably really boring for all of you watching this, right? Trying to get the SMS text code to autofill in the app. Pretty fun. Actually, that should be automatic, shouldn't it? Is it a web view in the app or a native view in the app? Native. So maybe you could use the clipboard, system clipboard, right? Um, Certainly pasting in from the system clipboard is easy enough. But the tricky part would be that you copying it. Oh, okay. On Android, good luck with that. Yeah. Hey, you should ask Mono NZ. He's good with Android. He's like, that's not the answer I was looking for, dude. That is not the answer I wanted, he says. All right. Oh, I didn't even realize what the time was. I think I got to leave it here, folks. I didn't realize it's like 1 a.m. for me. I got to start working about 8 hours. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this. Feels like this is one of those silly little things, but I've actually made. If I can get this one thing to do this, then we've nailed it. We've done what we wanted, and removal will be super easy too. So yeah, we'll see. I appreciate you all hanging out on the stream tonight, and um, great chat room as always. You're always so much fun, and we have a lot of fun together. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. And to all the new followers, thank you. And to those that came in from the raid, thank you for hanging in there. Appreciate that too. We do a lot of this stuff, right? Obviously, a lot of different things. My next stream will probably be in the week, maybe Wednesday, when I'll do some game development. Doing some stuff with Sprite Kit at the moment. So I will be working on that. Oh, Mono, you know, buddy, you're welcome. It's always fun. We always have fun, and we rib each other and have some fun with each other. You know, because that's what we do, right? This stuff is supposed to be fun, but don't forget, right? Put the pressure on. Follow Mono NZ. Let's get him to do some streams, right? Maybe we can see his problems that he's working on at the moment. That would be cool. Yeah. Other than that, thank you everybody again. Appreciate you all for hanging out tonight. I feel like I'm like 94% done here if I had to put a number to it. Yeah, this week, promise. Okay, we're going to hold him to that. There you go. Maybe tonight. Who knows? Yeah. Well, that would be morning for me, I think, right? For us in the US. Yeah. I'm not sure. Anyway, thanks, folks. Appreciate it. Have an awesome one. And we will, like I say, next time around in the week, be doing some game dev here is what we're going to be doing. Take care of yourselves, and see you all again soon.